Um, I got something I want to talk about. You know, I just be like sitting thinking of ideas, but something I want to talk about. I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say when I first began to have faith, because I mean I'm still at the start of my faith as we speak. So, I, I'd say a little bit ago, I was very concerned with who the real Jewish people are, because I mean, if you know, the Jewish people are not the Jewish people, and we don't got to talk about it. We don't have to talk about it because it's not necessary to talk about, because Christ was here for a reason. And I feel like, while the people that claim to be Jewish people, they are not Jewish people. Those is the ancestors is the Roman people. The ancestors is Caesar and them. But we don't talk about it because it's not necessary to talk about. But um yeah, I feel like, that's a big debate outside, and it's like, why is that something that you even take the brain cells from the back of your head to think about? Because it doesn't matter. Jesus died for everybody, the Jewish people and what they said, the Gentiles. Uh, 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 Luke chapter 2, verse 32. A light to lighten the Gentiles and the glory of thy people Israel. Everybody. He died for everybody. So why are we why are we arguing on who the real Jewish people are? It doesn't matter. You know, the the Jewish people, they, no comment. You know, I love the Jewish people. Uh, the Jewish people. I love you guys. You know, I love everybody. But I just felt I needed to get that out of the way. But let me think. What's something else I would like to talk about? Uh, hmm. Man, I really don't know. We could talk about we could talk about faith. You know, when when walking with Christ, faith is the most important thing to have, because you're not always gonna see him. You just gotta believe that he's there. And I feel like that's part of faith, but a bigger, more important part of faith is being open to tell people what you believe in, and not just like the the, the Christian people. Oh, I believe in God. Be you should always be ready to try to convert somebody, because I say, if you really have faith in what you believe in, you're gonna try to convert people, because who wants to see anybody go to hell? I don't. I mean, I desire for everybody to enjoy themselves and go to heaven. But a lot of people don't desire that for everybody. And I mean, I can say at one point, I probably didn't. I probably didn't desire for everybody to go to heaven. You know, at one point I was holding some I wouldn't say hatred, but just some dislike in my heart, and I was wishing some bad things on some people. And I I found out later, and by later I mean like recently now, that it doesn't matter to do any of that, because when you die, all of that hate is either one, well, no, it's gonna both. It's gonna disappear from the world, and it's not gonna matter who you hated, who you wish bad on. And two, you're gonna get judged for it. Uh, uh, what we busted in Matthew? He said, I don't know where he said it, but he said, judge. He said something along the lines of like, judge not, because you will be judged with the same standards that you judge with. And I felt that, you know, I wouldn't even say was. I still be judging people, and I be trying not to. And it's a walk. It's definitely a walk, you know. But you shouldn't judge so that you don't be judged. And it's a hard thing to do, because who doesn't, especially when you're trying to do better. It's hard to not see yourself doing better and look at somebody that's not doing good and just be like, oh, look at that person not doing this or not doing that. But one, keep that to yourself. Yes, I know. Impossible. I know. But two, remember that you will be judged by those same standards. So if you see that person doing this and that, but if you could think back to a time when you was that person and you're judging that person, you will be judged on the this and that you did. Even if you stop, you will be judged. And it's sad to say, because I find myself right there doing exactly that all the time, just judging people. But sometimes you just gotta leave people be and work on yourself. Because we all out here working out our salvation. Some people are not yet. Some people won't ever get the chance to. But all there is to do is be hopeful. Just be hopeful for everybody. And hope that everybody gets to repent for their sins and work out their own salvation. You can't work out nobody's salvation for them. And we're told as Christians, as disciples of Christ, to go out and make more disciples. But if it's a person and they don't have no will to change, sometimes you just gotta leave it alone. And most of the times, the people who don't have that will to change, they will be changed by God himself. And I feel that, I don't think I would have ever seen myself here in this position that I'm in. But, God is God for a reason. He could change people like that. And while it's some people, who are looking for something, some people who are ready to change, but they just don't know what to change to, those are the people who we're outside preaching to, who we're outside looking for. But it's people who have their mindset. It's people who have their mind made up. And if somebody got their mind made up, you're not going to change it. sadly. But I think that's good for today. Uh, I like this right here. Matthew 10. What is it? Matthew 10:51. And Jesus answered and said unto him, What wilt thou that I should do unto thee? The blind man said unto him, Lord, that I may receive my sight. And Jesus said unto him, Go thy way, thy faith has made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. With that being said, we're healed by faith and by grace. Paul said, faith without works is dead. But in the grand scheme of things, knowing that we're all sinners, your works does not matter. The Lord appreciates your works because the Lord is, I don't know, He's a nice God. He appreciates your works, but your works is not what's gonna get you into heaven. It's grace and having faith that you're covered by that grace. What else did Paul say? Don't abuse the grace, but grace. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourself. Stay away from the devil.